Ionat Zurr. I'm an artist from Australia, Western Australia, working in collaboration with Oron Cats, and we're working a lot about the relations between art and life, and changing perception and changing ideas to what is life.
I'm Oron Katz. I'm from Australia, from Perth. This is one of the prototypes that I'm working on. It's a project that I collaborate with Ionat Zurr, who's my longtime collaborator. And it's part of a series of works we are doing that would also involve some lab work back in Lisbon, which deals with the effect of heating and temperature.
In the farm, we are going to continue a project that looks at thermoregulation through using not just human cells or mammalian cells, but actually looking at much larger kinship of organism. And we are going to use the compost as a way to heat an incubator, or in this case, actually, we are going to heat water that will be used as a hot shower for the people and residents.
This is a really nice little prototype. It's actually our 10th prototype of what we refer to as a compostobacter. So in most of our other prototypes, we put an incubator on the top of that compost heap and basically use the heat that was generated from the breakdown of the biological material inside through the activity of microbes to grow cells. What we're going to do in Lisbon is again using heat, but this time a much more sophisticated system. We're using a very high-end microscope that has a heated chamber, and we're going to grow immune cells and then visualize them as the temperature reaches a level that obviously would make them die, or at least they would stop their activity. And again, this is a very direct reference to our lack of ability to adapt to increasing temperatures.
We all know that science is very biased. We also have to look at how to create a certain kind of situation inside the microscope in order to change the temperature. So creating this, if you want, microcosmos for the cells or the organoids behave, to change, to respond to. We are working here in Louis' lab that work both on the cellular level, but also in genetics, of course, molecular biology. And we try to understand the immune system, following our own interest in thermoregulation. But one of the things that caught our imagination is the idea of cell migration, because if we are thinking about global warming, it causes a lot of migration of bodies over borders. And in immunology, it's all about, what things can enter into certain organs or certain tissues and what must be stopped. So we are going to construct a stage with gradient temperature that when we seed cells in the middle of that stage, we can see cell migration that will be dependent on the temperature. It's very symbolic, simple kind of experiment. It's more the thought and the poeticness that comes with it. And again, of course, what kind of, how we'll eventually make it into an artwork.
Kind of broadly talk about it in terms of thermobiopolitics, the ways in which biological bodies are being regulated, the movement is regulated, and through temperature, and also obviously the links between things like global warming and fever.
I think for us, one of the most pleasurable and interesting part in our research is talking to scientists, having those conversation, both technical but also very conceptual, about what is a body, what is life, how understand the body, how they understand the body, and what kind of manipulation to a living system they're doing in order to try and figure out what is life.